Okay, today we're doing a little change up today. Instead of working on my daughter's Jeep, today we're working on the Suburban. So this is a 2001 1500 Suburban, and we're replacing the radiator. It has a crack in the plastic tank over here on the side, just squirting out, and we're just going to replace that today. Okay, first thing we're going to do is take this shroud off. And I've already taken the buttons out, just to let you know that this comes off of here. And I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm not an expert on this at all, but it looks like I'm going to have to first take bolt out here, and there's probably a few more bolts down there, and start disconnecting tanks and stuff from the tank, tubes from the tank. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to go down all the way down the bottom right hand side, driver's side. At the bottom there is a release, and I'm going to open it up and drain it. There's a drain down there. Okay.
Yes, no. Maybe so.
Okay, we took a bolt out here and a bolt out here up top, and we're going to now take the radiator hose off here by squeezing and moving it back, and the radiator hose off here, and then I'm going to take this fitting off here. It's a solid, I don't know how big that is, but we'll get it, and there's one down a little bit lower. We're not going to worry about the one down the bottom yet until we pull the radiator out. Okay, alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this caution fan shield off here. I'm going to remove this bolt and this bolt. I'm also going to have to take this breather tube out here. So I'm going to unscrew this and loosen that up. Actually, I'm just going to pull it up here. There's a screw here, and I can pull this back and it'll move it back out of the way. So I'm just going to take this side off, not this side. Okay, now to get this shroud apart where it says caution fan, there are 4 of these, the little locks. This pops up here and that releases this, and it just pops all the way out. 2 of them are on this side and 2 of them are on the other side in the exact same place. Notice here that I have pulled out the breather that goes to the filter unit and just pushed it back on both sides. And I do have this out of the way so it's not going to leak all over the place. And we're going to take this out now. And we can see lots of fluid everywhere. It leaked all over the place. Alright, I think I may just leave this in here because I'm not doing anything. But now we can look and see here we've got a fitting here, and here's another crimp on, another fitting here, and then the big one down here. So a couple more things to take off. This fitting here has a quick release on it, and the radiator kit that I got from Oreilly's comes with the quick release tool, and I'll try to show you how it works here. There's little catches on here, and you insert this little tool in here in where the little grooves are so they don't hit on there, and they insert just kind of nice in between, and then you turn it and it covers up and flattens out those little catches, and then you can pull that out. Simple in theory. We'll see how it goes when we actually use it. Okay, so what I did was, it's probably inexperience using this tool, but I pushed it in and I turned it and I couldn't get it to pull out. I don't know if it wasn't going in far enough, but when you push it up, when you push that in, it does expose these. And because I'm going to replace these, I went ahead and just pried underneath it with this little screwdriver and just popped it off. So that's an alternative because they give me new fittings and I'm going to end up using these anyway. Okay, so we went ahead and ended up pulling the keeper out of the quick connects. That was just a little bit easier than using their tool. And I lifted up this one end to get to the very bottom, probably the outlet or inlet, probably the outlet I think on there, and just to get a better grip on it, and it got disconnected now. So we're going to lift it out, and that's it. Now keep in mind that radiator fluid did go everywhere, so you might have a bucket or some places you can put that in. Here's the radiator, and as you can see, this is the crack in the radiator where in this tank. It's where it's leaking from, and it's been leaking for a while. I didn't know where it was coming from, so we finally had to have a big blow up to know where it was, which is awesome. Alright, now we're just going to slip that in and repeat the process. And get that radiator fluid off my car. Alright, so while we were here, I had a squeaking in the belt. I just changed the main serpentine belt not too long ago, maybe a year ago or so. Still got plenty of life and it doesn't have cracks or anything, but I didn't change the air conditioner belt because it's too much of a problem. So what I went ahead and did, went ahead and changed the air conditioner belt because it was squeaking. So the way you do that, here's the tensioner for the tensioner bearing for the main serpentine belt. You just turn it and then slip it off. You don't even have to take it all the way out, but you do need to, when you come down here to the bottom, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you use this part of your wrench, and I just use an extension. Okay. On there, and it slips right in this little tensioner here, and it pops down, and you just pop that off, but you need the main serpentine belt off first, and then the air conditioner belt's on the drive pulley in the back. So then you slip it off, and it just went on real easy and came off real easy and went back on real nice. So while you're there, you might as well change your belts. Okay, when you, this is the new one that we have. They gave a couple little rubber mounts here. It's got the rubber mount already installed in here, but you got to put these in. They just pop in. Don't forget to take that off. I had to transfer this tube. This is the drain tube from the old one, and just stick that in there. So you can get that on there. And then on this side, it's okay. And on this side, I put this in here and tighten it up, and put this one in here and tighten up these two little fittings. And that's it. We're ready to drop it back in. One thing that as you're putting the caution fan back in here, there's a little hook on the radiator part right down there, and the caution fan assembly slides in there to hold the bottom part of that assembly. So make sure you slide it in there, and if you forget, you can always put it in at the very end. Not a big deal. Just before you put the screws in up here at the top, don't forget to slip it in there and then put the screws in. What we've got now is we went ahead and put the radiator in, and I'll show you right here what I connected. Connected the bottom tube just like we took it off down here. Then this snap-in connector, all you do is just snap it. You just push it in and it just snaps right on. Should hear a little snap there. I didn't hear a snap on the bottom, but I did on the top one. Then this one just goes on here, and then this one snaps in here as well. And I'm missing a tube. I think this tube actually goes up here, so I got another tube I need to put somewhere. Okay, I'll find it. Okay, I found the other tube. It was the one that came from the fill tank here to overflow, it goes up there. But anyway, that goes on there, and I'll tighten that up in just a minute. Then put this back on here. Don't forget to tighten those up because it's bad if you don't. And then this will go on in here. And when it's all done, then you're going to be filling your radiator back up through this fill tank here. It doesn't have another spot. It just goes right in through here. Thank you for joining us, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I think I've got 12 followers. Thank you very much. Thanks, followers. And have a good one.